I'll give you the general rundown. So in the next match, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go through my thoughts on what I'm playing, where I'm playing, and what I'm looking at with this map. Okay, so this will give you a general rundown of how I'm thinking about the game, what I'm looking at, where I'm looking. So the first thing to understand before we even get into a map is the squad mates aren't readying up because they're too busy opening boxes because they don't understand efficiency. So what you've got to do is you've got to tell Daddle to ready up.
I just repaired all my tanks.
I'm repairing my tanks also.
Just hit the fucking repair button on the hanger. Like, repair all.
No.
Come on.
That would have been 100,000.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, so we're going into a battle. We're at 8-7 BR. Right now, the popular things are 9-0 and also 8-3. So we're either going to be against a lot of 8-3 vehicles or we're going to be up-tiered into 9-0, 9-3. So depending on that, we're going to, have to either deal with specific targets or deal with other ones, either T-64s or Object 279s. The way we approach them is completely different. We're also going to be first spawning the Baglet no matter what's happening because we're fully modifying the Baglet first. We have thermals, so therefore we can play more passively with it. And the reason why we can play more passively is because we have Supermap vision. Now, we're on White Fortress. This is a terrible map for high-tier vehicles, but for the Baglet Panzer that we have, this is a map that we can do some good work on. Now we have two options. We can either go this way or we can go this way. If we go this way, we may run into enemy targets. If we do that, we have to play very aggressively. If we want to play more passively on this map, what we want to do is go up to the ramparts. Now, for me, I'm going to go up to the ramparts to defend our spawn. The reason for this is because if you have a look at our team is at 9-3. Isn't it? Or 9-0?
9-0.
9-0. So we're technically up-tiered in this match. I'm stuck in a hole. We're technically up-tiered in this match, but not to a crazy event. And what you find in a lot of high-tier battles, especially when CV90s exist, especially when stuff such as L44s exist, and on the enemy team XM1s and stuff like that, people really enjoy spawn camping, and nobody ever counters it. So what we have to do as a team or an individual is make sure that our spawn keeps safe, because we're in a lower-tier vehicle, and we have to let the 9-0s and the 9-3s be able to actually, do work. So we're going to play really passively in this match. We're going to try and make sure that we cover our specific areas through using the ramparts, making sure that this area is clear, because if this area stays clear, the enemy cannot get to our spawn, and therefore, our team can do pretty well. Now, if we lose the initial fight at Alpha, that's not too bad. Bryce is there, he's a very good player, we can basically just let him do his work. But if he doesn't do his work, then Alex is going to come in and try and help him out, and our job is going to try and make sure...
Not like this! Why are you hyping me up?
You got killed by Crusader! What are you doing?
I'm the only one here!
Oh my god. Bro. But anyway, so we're at the rampart right now, and this position, we can already see some targets. So we've got a 279 going around. We want to hit the scout on as many targets as we can, and we're also going to play defensively. So we're not looking to hit any targets. We're using ourselves to be an Eagle Scout. And as an Eagle Scout, we can see what's going on the map. You can see here we've already scouted 2 targets, and we're also making sure that our flank over here stays clear so they can't go and spawn campers. Now, obviously our team isn't in the best position in the world, but we can get ourselves a bunch of scouts off. You can see the enemies trying to push forward. We can let our team, which unfortunately got battered in the first round, we can basically show them where the enemy team is. We can also cover this area here and make sure to just missile this dude. Now, the enemy knows where we are now, right? Because we've hit an enemy target. They should know where the AT gem is from. So what we do is we reposition to over here, because it's lower ground and nobody will be able to hit us, but we can still scout in this position. All of this time, I'm looking at my map and I'm realizing where my allied team is. The reason why I've moved back as well is because my allied team hasn't been able to push forward yet. Now that they have pushed forward, now we can take more of an aggressive position, try and get some missiles off, try and deal with some of these people who are up top, such as this IS-7, which is going to be an arsehole the whole time if we don't take him out now. So we hit him with a missile. Luckily it kills him. Unfortunately, if we didn't kill him there, what we had to do would pull back because he knows where we are, but because we've hit him, it's taken the pressure off Bryce and Alex, who can now push in. Daddle's doing a wonderful job at holding the flank. He's about to run into 2 Soviet heavies, and then on the other side, you can see that they're finally realizing they can't just push the cap because they've lost all of their first wave. So now, since they've lost their first wave, they're going to come in, and they're either going to run into the juggernauts of Alex and Bryce, or they're going to have to try and go around. And guess what? We've positioned in ourselves in a position that covers both of the sides that they can come from. So now we can tell Alex and Bryce when people are coming from the top side, or kill them ourselves, or if we die in this position, Bryce and Alex know that we died, right? Well, I died, and therefore they'll know that someone's coming behind them, and I'll make sure to tell them that. Now there's an enemy who's pissed off, and he's decided to put artillery on me. Good play from him. And now this will spot me, so we've got to move out of the way, but still cover those 2 areas. And by covering those 2 areas, and with Alex and Bryce playing defensive around the cap,
279 coming in.
Playing defensive around the cap, all we have to do now is hold this area. That's it. My team has disappeared. Nah, most of my team's still alive.
He died right here, and those things that are scouted right now are what killed him.
All right. Like you can see the enemy, because Bryce and Alex have taken that position, are forced to go here. So what we have to do is just defend that. The other way they could go is around here. Daddle is pushed up too far, but it does mean that he can at least take that flank. So now
I can scout here.
now as a 4-man team, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter how well the enemy does or what the enemy does. They're now in positions where they have to push a 4-man squad, and we have all areas covered of the map.
Bob.
The only weakness right now is me, because I'm in an open position and there's no one else covering this side of the map. So if I die, then we're compromised. So I've got to make sure not to die. But do you see how, to get to this position, we are now 26 minutes into the battle. The initial decision I made to come here, I already made before the battle started when I saw it was Wycroft Fortress, because I knew we would get ourselves in this position. Right? Shalom.
Premonitions.
So there you go.
Yeah, I predicted that Crusader was gonna roll up on my ass.
Well, that's the bit that you fucked up. But yeah.
Okay, listen, dude, I am a good player. I had a choice. I had a goddamn choice. Kill the CV90 or kill the Crusader. Okay.
But yeah,
Pick
so
the right one.
I'm gonna stop commentating because I think obviously it's pissing off these 3. But the main thing is, now you can understand the first 5 minutes of a battle is the most important. Fuck you. The most near you, Daddle.
I'm sorry here.
Yeah, it's all
Just blew me up.
but the first 5 minutes of the battle are incredibly important, right? Like they sort out the battle, and now since me and Daddle have died, Bryce and Alex are in compromised positions, and we've got to try and cover them with the plane. Otherwise, they're gonna get twatted. But yeah. So I hope that generally helps. A lot of what I do is based around the map and where my allies are and what is scouted, which is why scouting for me is incredibly important as a mechanic.
MP shooting at you. About to take him out.
Bryce is a good player. Bryce is a good player. Like, you know, you can argue what you want about it. You know, you can look at his stats, you can look at his win rates. You know.
Get him getting killed by the goddamn Crusader.
Well, it happens.
Okay, POTUS is down.
It was a French Crusader. I wasn't expecting that. I had the regular Crusader play planned out.
Frenchies hit different, don't they?
Oh shit.
Oh, that guy typed that, by the way. He typed it as I died to the Crusader. That's why. It's a satire thing.
Just finished your 3rd rocket and sent it off. Well done, Diamond. Keep it up. Your team, and yeah, the team didn't disappear. Just they died and then respawned. Like
It's also a really small game.
Yeah, but that's gonna happen. Like you're gonna have times where your team trades either badly or successfully, and you have to react to the situation. You know.
T-55 about there.
He's got a line of sight on something in there.
There's a Shilker in spawn. Did that BMP die?
Yep.
Yes. The BMP, I took him out.
Okay.
My report.
He wasn't expecting the French Inquisition.
Got revolutioned.
Shoka, not Shoka. Okay, stop.
Shoka's 2 crew down.
That's the KP. Oh, get fucked, bitch.
Yeah, I kind of, in a way, I kind of wish those open voice comms in this game. I know a lot of people don't want them, but, sorry, I think it would help a lot. So they got a Shilka left and 2 others. That T-55.
That's so many
once
people
an American player who
to
I
be
just
having in one voice channel.
Yeah.
I would say compartmentalize that shit in squads.
Look into the old chat tag.
Alright. Yeah.
Something is shooting at me.
What should you have done differently? Not stream snipe. That's -10 on the sync counter. The T-92 is throwing heat. Hey Tank, how you doing, bud?
Ah, you stole it.
You need 2 Ilmenite to complete your second rocket. How's yours grind going? I'm at 3.5 right now. This rad camp wait, has this dude been stuck here the whole match? He's been stuck here the whole match? Oh, dude. Oh, shit. That's great. Fuck me. And even though we're only getting like 2 kills a match, 5k RP is really sweet. Really nice.